Agreed. I think it's just kind of a setup. The more people with eyes on it, the more people are going to actually start researching it. And I think that's a good thing. I think rage baiting some people into actually doing some proper research for once is not a bad thing, you know? Yeah, welcome back, guys. So, the first recording of this had no mic attached to it, so let's do this again. This is 15 scary videos from top 5, and let's get on with it.
Number 15, Neighborhood Watched. What would you do when it's late at night and a man you've never seen before keeps creeping across your yard? Multiple home security camera systems have caught a seriously creepy scenario on tape. A shifty stranger scurrying around other people's property in Clayton, North Carolina. He doesn't knock on anyone's door and doesn't want or
Yeah, he's clearly like trying to avoid windows, but he must know he's on camera.
need help. If anything, he seems intent on not getting caught, as he ducked down out of sight, unaware that all of his creepy shenanigans have already been caught on camera for police to investigate. He may have evaded everyone's eye that night, but not their security systems. I hope he is caught soon. I feel like this could be some kind of sick process where he creeps around the neighborhood to select a family he likes most to further obsess over and do who knows what to.
This is strange, especially in America, because you guys have like guns to protect yourself. So someone acting this weird really has something wrong with them, because they are real consequences.
Now that's a scary thought. Number 14, Prime Suspect. A UK delivery man in Elkston, Derbyshire was caught on camera doing something really out of the ordinary. "Excuse me, but what is this delivery driver doing at my window?" wrote Jonathan Doblips on Facebook after uploading the bizarre home video in December of 2018. The man breathes on the window and makes his mark before leaving the package. Whatever he wrote, the way his finger moves all over the place looks more like a drawing than words, even if he meant no harm by it. You're not supposed to be looking into your customers' windows at all, or off the job for that matter. The invasion of privacy really freaked out the person who lives here, and in my opinion, rightfully so. Number
That's crazy. Like, that's in the UK as well. We're pretty safe over here to a degree, but to have somebody looking in through your window, what happens if you was getting changed or something? Oh, I don't know what I'd do if this would happen to me. I really don't.
Number 13, Hard Knocks. Let me ask you a question. We all get mad, but is there any good reason to get as angry as this man?
I've asked you numerous times to stop.
Because you feel for your safety, right?
Because I want you to stop.
Now you're setting me up, right?
No.
Jason Murphy says you'll understand his wrath once you've heard the rest of the story, and I wanted to see if he can convince you.
I went off about a cheating spouse.
According to him, he was
That's just not an excuse, is it? At all. It's just not an excuse at the end of the day. Like, control yourself. I understand, just silence hurts more than violence. It really does. Like, if he was just silent in that scenario, but now she's just won.
in the room when the missus got a call from another man and nudged him out of the room.
If you look at the door, it was already broke before I punched it. And that's because she broke it.
Okay, so the door does look a little bent up, but that doesn't make it okay to break it in half with a two-piece combo. Seriously though, it sounds like the two bring out the worst in each other, and probably should stay apart, otherwise next time could be even worse for everyone involved. No.
I think I agree. If he just left, they split up, best thing for both of them. They don't need to be in that situation.
Number 12, Who's Laughlin' Now? A woman
Laughlin. Really? Laughlin.
living in Laughlin, Nevada.
Okay, my bad. Laughlin seems to be a real place. I thought he couldn't say laughing. I'm the idiot.
goes by OrbHouse75 on YouTube because all of the weird things that have been caught on camera at night in her supposedly haunted home.
Oh
This
wow, I
creepy
didn't even
video
spot
was
that.
taken on December 1st, 2020 and shows a possible figure peeking at her from the closet door with one glowing eye. I kind of see what she's talking about, but wanted to get more feedback. Meanwhile, as the unblinking figure stares from afar, a picture hanging above her swings on its own. The large picture moves a little too far out to be air from an AC vent, and it only happens once or twice. OrbHouse75 says she later woke up because she felt otherworldly entities surrounding her. Do you believe what she's caught on tape is paranormal? It's pretty strange, so I think I might, but I'm not sure. Number 11, Miss
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. It's hard to believe a video like that, really, isn't it? But I just can't see another way. Can you? I just can't see
Mystery
it.
of the Swedish Seas. In September of 2011, 5 friends rent a boat to go sightseeing in Sweden's Bohuslän
that?
archipelago. A few hours later, this white object in the water is following them at a high rate of speed. At 5 seconds, it charges at them only to suddenly change course and hang back before deciding they've had enough and swimming away.
Dolphin,
It doesn't look
maybe?
like an animal, but it does kind of look like a buoy marker, except those are supposed to float in place, not chase a boat. Maybe this marker got stuck to the boat for a free tow. The friends called the Swedish Sea Rescue Society, Sweden's version of the Coast Guard, to come out and investigate. The volunteer organization could not find any trace of the mysterious object, only this unexplained video remains. Number 10, Unknown
See, with videos like that, you've just got to kind of take it with a pinch of salt, haven't you? It kind of looks a bit like a dolphin, kind of looks a bit like a buoy, like he's saying. So it may have just been a buoy that got caught up in the propeller. You've just got to kind of make your own mind up, I guess.
haunting. This creepy video has been floating across the web for a while, with no known origin that I could find. Something seems to have entered this man's house one day and refuses to stop haunting it. The ghost can move objects upon his command.
Hola. Yes.
And pretty much any other time it wants.
You can't see above it though, that's my issue.
I can see how they could have opened the door and hit the chimes off camera.
Okay, that's more of my point. Is like you said, is that I could see how they did the chimes in the door off the camera, but then the book, like, really is like I don't think they could do that.
But I don't know how the other objects were able to move on their own, so maybe a ghost pushed them like he says. Number 9, Ivan's lights.
It could be. You never know. These setup cameras always weird me out because if they're setting up the camera, they're like, there's either two scenarios. You're either seeing something real or you're seeing something that they've set up, and sometimes you are seeing something that's real, and sometimes you are seeing something that's set up. So the lines get blurred very easily.
A weird sky sighting over Antarctica has one astronaut asking too many questions on Twitter, or so it seems. Ivan Wagner posted this strange video at 6:24 in the morning on August 19th, 2020. At 11 seconds, some strange lights travel across the shower of stars. What do you think those are? Ivan asked the internet about the lights in the sky.
Isn't that Starlink?
A disc-like object flies up at a 45-degree angle and then completely disappears. On September 19th, Ivan returned to Twitter to announce that the riddle had been solved. This was a satellite, he says. Not everyone's convinced though. One rumor theorizes that the original Twitter post was too popular to delete without attracting even more unwanted attention, so according to this theory, they waited a month before making a post to seem like it was a joke. You know what they are, writes one Twitter account named Rosalind. Y'all know more than that. Another Twitter comment by hashtag USA Massarilla writes, they came in peace, so was this a satellite or a visitor? I personally think that Ivan was simply using the video to get people more interested in space and science, in which case it worked, because these unexplained skylights are interesting indeed.
Agreed. I think it's just kind of a setup. The more people with eyes on it, the more people are going to actually start researching it. And I think that's a good thing. I think rage baiting some people into actually doing some proper research for once is not a bad thing, you know?
Number 8, the worst job. If you don't like your job, be thankful you aren't washing live tarantulas at, get this, a fried spider restaurant. Yes, those are live tarantulas going to be consumed. And no, I see no gloves. I'm not sure if this is a health code violation, but it's definitely violating my eyes. Somebody tell me how this person handles them without getting a handful of fangs in return. He's bouncing them around and they don't seem to care. Does the water make them docile or something? Don't worry, I'm not going to open my own spider restaurant anytime soon. I just want to know.
Like, I know that that's a delicacy. I really do. And I try not to be judgmental about any delicacy around the world. Like, we eat cows, you know, people eat horses, people eat dogs. Not necessarily in the UK, but it happens. It is what it is. But, oh, there's something about that just literally sent shivers down my spine. It's just so wrong.
Number 7, the white truck. As his name would suggest, 661 Dirtbike Jr. likes to ride. What he doesn't like, however, is being chased around his own neighborhood by a man who's angry for no reason. Check out these scary moments caught on helmet cam. He claims to be blowing by houses to get away from a white truck that's following him. A minute later, he looks again and sees the white truck kicking up a cloud of dust off-road in fast pursuit. He's too busy trying to avoid trees and shrubs to look back again for a full minute. No one's there. I believe this video is real because by the end of it, he is in the middle of the desert full of adrenaline, picking sharp plant pods off himself and wondering what happened. Number 6, Scream.
What the hell? Like, he just cut somebody up and they decided to take it one next level. Some people, like, road rage is incredible. You can never tell though, like, was that guy just suffering from road rage, or was he actually going to do something that was, I don't know, worse?
The life of Will is out camping and decides to go exploring a high voltage factory deep in some fairly scary woods late at night. He and his friends aren't expecting to find anything special out here, but look close.
This is the least smart place to go exploring. Let me just say that, like, why? A high voltage area, you are literally asking to die.
At the entrance and you'll see something strange.
All right. Okay, listen here, buddy. I'm gonna be famous one day, so I don't need to get hurt.
Standing by the gated facility is someone who kind of looks like an employee, except they don't say anything, just stand with their hands at their sides. The stranger considers them for a while longer and then springs into action.
Out of here. Oh my god. No, I'm not here.
At 8 minutes and 40 seconds, you can see it's a person wearing a Scream mask who is about the same size as them, and therefore probably one of their friends. Number 5, Day.
Could be, and it might not be. I reckon we're looking like 80% it is their mate. It really looked like it would be one of their friends. But let's just say it's not their friend, and it's some stranger dressed like that. That turns into a whole different scenario.
of the cave creature sighting. A woman is eating a banana when a large unknown creature decides it wants to have a bite. It tries to run after her, but at 3 minutes and 55 seconds, its incessant bouncing accidentally reveals the waistband of a costume. So if you see this anywhere else on the web, know that it's pretty creepy, but ultimately not a real creature sighting caught on tape. Number 4. The Possession Expert.
I'm not even-
Rocky Abu claims to be an expert at resolving demonic possessions, so much so that he runs an exorcism business based out of Derby, England. He has uploaded this paranormal activity caught on video as evidence of his exorcism talents. A man who thinks he is possessed by a jinn comes to their center for treatment. They douse him with a holy spray while chanting as he tenses up as an alleged jinn comes forth. There is a change in mood as he begins laughing and sobbing at the same time, only to scream in anger. He is still resisting their treatment, so they pin him down and chant until he becomes unresponsive. It's hard to tell if this sudden transformation is in his mind or an actual possession. This video's creepy, but I don't think I'll be truly convinced until I see some red glowing eyes or something more blatant.
I'm sorry, this man is suffering from a mental condition, whether he's having a breakdown or he's got something wrong with him, but that's not right. This is on the fringe of, I'm not going to say his name, but there's a politician in the UK as well. What is it with the UK? But there's a politician in the UK that thought that performing, what's the word? Hypnotherapy could enlarge certain parts of the female anatomy. And he could be Prime Minister one day. That says everything about the UK right now.
Number 3. Mr. Nobody's haunted apartment. Moving into a new apartment can be a terrifying experience, especially if the new apartment is haunted. Just ask YouTuber Mr. Nobody, who posted this creepy doll video on December 3rd, 2019 to show how haunted his place is.
Kids are saying that this doll laughs.
At 7 seconds, he opens the back of the doll to show it has no batteries, but then, watch.
No batteries, no nothing. This is the 4th doll my child has thrown away, and I don't know what issue's going on here, but are you serious?
Call the exorcist and get holy water, says Cassandra Temple in the comments. Considering Mr. Nobody's daughter says a ghost reached through a wall at her, I think this is the right idea. The doll doesn't look to have a second battery pack, so backup batteries probably aren't it. Something paranormal seems to be at play, unless this terrifying toy is somehow still holding a small charge. Number 2.
I don't know, man. Dolls freak me out anyway, and then when you start adding paranormal into it. But by the sounds of it, if that's the 4th doll that guy's kid has got, I would pretty much say it's the kid's issue, not the dolls.
The ghost of the weirdest guy on earth. On September 6, 2015, a YouTuber in Japan named Latenda went ghost hunting at a haunted bus stop of all places, where a spooky ghost is said to haunt a lone bench late at night. The amateur ghost hunter feels quite intimidated by the fabled location.
こんな感じでね、絶対に見れるというスポットらしいんですけどもね、やっぱ怖いですよね。やっぱりね。
A person covered in ghostly blue light turns around and does some kind of fluttering opening movement with their hands.
バス停らしいんですけども。
I think that guy's just on drugs. Just on drugs.
怖い怖い怖い怖い怖い怖い。
I feel like this strange gesture might mean something in Japan that I don't understand. What do you think he has caught on video? Real ghost or fake skit? I'm leaning towards probably not paranormal, possibly a creepy stranger, or most likely one of his friends. I've got
I agree. I agree. Although, what does that mean? I think it was something like this. Let me know if that means something. I have no idea.
On The Chainsaw Maniac. Here's one you haven't heard before. A man walks into a bar with a chainsaw. No, it's not the setup to a joke. It's actually what happened on February 12th, 2012, when a man named Dean Dinnan was bounced
Going on
out
with the
of
screen.
London's Endyke pub because he didn't feel like following the no smoking rules. The 24-year-old returns with a chainsaw 50 minutes later and starts buzzing it in people's faces. Watch this man dressed in black. The guy doesn't even seem to care when it's his turn to get buzzed.
Wow. Okay. We're going to leave it there then, because it looks like that video was too bad and it had got removed. It looks like he's had to go on and actually black out that video for some reason, whatever reason. But yeah, let me know which one you found the scariest. I'm not sure. I think it might be the painting in the bedroom, but let me know which one you hate the most. Much love. Peace out. Catch you next time. Bye.